Hello everyone, welcome back. Myself Professor Dipan Patel. In last lecture, I explained the concept of segmentation. We also discussed the importance of segmentation, that why segmentation is important, why it is important to study this concept, and why it is important for marketing manager as well. Now today I will explain the various bases of segmentation in detail. So first of all, I will start with the first type of segmentation basis, that is geographical basis. So first of all, we will understand the meaning of geographical basis of segmentation, that how it works. So, this segmentation is based on places or locations where consumers reside. Here, market segmentation calls for dividing the market into different geographical units such as nations, states, regions, cities, climates, urban or village area, etc. Now, why it is important to divide the total customers into this different geographical unit? Because needs and preferences differ significantly in different places. So, company may operate in one or more geographical area as per its capacity. Now, the capacity part is the most important. If you divide your total customers on the basis of different geographical location, so if your financial position is good, you can operate in more number of geographical areas. Typically, with regards to Indian situation, company divides its market in following segments. So here I mention total 7 ways to divide your total customers. So what are these 7 ways, or what are these 7 different geographical units? On this basis, you can divide your total customers into a different groups on the basis of their location. So first type, that is local market. Now in local market, company operates in limited area. Local market includes villages, town or city. It means in this type of market, company is limited to a certain extent, like they are selling their product in particular village, or maybe in a particular town, or maybe in a particular city. So company concentrates on local needs and preferences. So here the local needs and preferences comes into the picture. So the example of such products are vegetables, bakery items, local dairies, etc. Products may prefer this segmentation. Now these are the products that prefer this type of segmentation. Not that products can be distributed widely throughout the country, but company prefer to operate locally. So the company which has limited financial capacity may operate in local market because they don't have enough financial balance to operate in larger area, and that's why such kind of companies are focusing on limited area, that is in local market. So that is local market is all about. Now let's discuss the second point, that is urban market. Now here in urban market, company serves urban consumers only. So here in such kind of segmentation, in urban market segmentation, company serves urban consumers only. Now there are certain products which are used mostly in urban areas, such as flat decoration material, lifts, costly furniture, education books for college and postgraduate students, specialist doctors, and chartered accountants. Due to rapid means of transportation and communication, easy access to internet improved economic prosperity. Now the real difference between rural and urban market is on decline. Now that's the point, that the real difference between these two market is on decline. Why? Because of technology. Okay, but still rural and urban consumers differ significantly in several ways, like habit, style, attitude, preference, and buying. Now, these are the different points in which the rural and urban customers may differ, because their lifestyle is totally different, their habit is totally different, their attitude is totally different. And that's why you can also divide your total customers on the basis of their area, like urban and village, because these two area has a different type of lifestyle. And that's why you may operate in a particular city, or you may operate in a village. Okay, so that is known as urban market. Now let us discuss the third type, that is rural market. Now what is rural market? Now there are certain products which are used in rural areas only, such as thick cotton cloths, cattle feed, pesticides, fertilizer, etc. Now these are the type of products which are sold only in village area. So in most cases, the rural customers use cheaper, durable, and simple products. However, this conclusion is not strictly applicable. In countries like India, where more than 65% population resides in village, the rural market attracts not only national but also multinational companies. So that's the biggest part of this rural market type of segmentation, that in rural area you will find lots of number of people, because 65% population resides in villages. And that's why you can cater this market in order to earn more amount of profit. So that is rural market. Now let's discuss the fourth point, that is state market. Now there are certain products which are produced and consumed only in certain regions or states. It means this market is limited to a particular states, or we can say region. Now due to regional culture, tradition, climate, restriction of regional government, or habit of people, certain products are demanded in particular regions only. For example, the state transport corporation and regional education publications have got regional, or we can say state level market. So here companies are selling their product into a particular regions only, or we can say in a particular state only, because of that regional culture or tradition or climate, or maybe restrictions of regional government. So you can also use this strategy in order to attract a particular region's customer. Now let's discuss the fifth point, that is national market. Now again, there are certain products which are sold throughout the nations. For example, Bata's product, Godrej refrigerator, Lux shop, Prestige cooker, etc. have national market. It means these are the different products which are sold in throughout the nation, and that is known as national market. It means these are the different products, or these are the different brands which has a national market. They are selling their product within a geographical boundary. So that is national market. Now let's discuss the sixth point, that is international, or we can say global market. So what does it mean? Some products are sold in many countries. Market for these products is called international or global market. So the important point is that products are sold in many countries. It means here if company operates in international market, it means companies are selling their products in another country. For example, an Indian company may sell their product in Bangladesh, or we can say in China, or we can say in Germany. Then it means this company is operate in international, or we can say global market. So that is known as international market. Now there are certain companies which follow international market strategy. For example, Air India, Colgate Palmolive, Hindustan Unilever, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Nirma Chemicals, Nike shoes have got international market. So these are the example of companies which follow international market strategy. Now the last point, that is climate or weather. Now why it is important? Because climate plays an important role in determining needs of people. Because climate is based on cold or maybe heat, rainfall, hills, jungle, sea, deserts, and so on. Now there are certain products which are used only in particular climate. Certain products such as vehicles, clothes, foods, boats, camels, umbrella and rain suits, cold drinks, fans, air conditioners, etc. Now these are the products which are used as per their suitability with the climate of specific region. So these are the different 7 bases of geographical segmentation. So you can use any one strategy on the basis of your financial capacity. Okay, so this company should formulate marketing strategy as per its market in different geographical areas, such as product price, place and promotion. Decisions are considerably affected by geographic segmentation. So whenever you are designing a marketing policy, you are supposed to consider all these 4 P's of marketing, that is known as product, price, place and promotion. So you can easily implement this concept in geographical basis of segmentation. So that's it. In next lecture, I will discuss the concept of demographic basis of segmentation. So rest of the thing we will discuss in next lecture. Thank you so much.